friends, it's Deanna here today, and today I've got a hack for you. I have some dresses that are a little bit oversized, and sometimes I like to wear them oversized, sometimes I like to add a belt, but I saw this dress with a attached tie to the waist, and I thought that was super cute, and I wanted to recreate it, so I figured why not come on here and recreate it with you all, so I can show you a way that you can grab a dress that maybe fits a little bit oversized and you just maybe don't wear enough because you just don't want to add anything to it, and you don't want to, you don't have a belt to match or this or that, and just turn it into like a cute little different dress with a tie detail. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing to do is to create a template, and I'm using just regular paper. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to fold it in half because that way I can get the shape to be the same at the top and the bottom. Essentially, I'm going to make a strap, obviously not this long, maybe probably about this long. It depends on how long you want your strap to be, how long you want your bow to hang. You can make different like copies of it and see what length you would like and how wide you want it to be at the side. I'm gonna start with this width right here. To me, I want it to be about 4 inches or so. So I'm gonna make it 5 inches so that I have a 1/2 inch seam allowance on each side because I'm going to sew them together. But this is basically on the fold, so that means that I'm gonna do like 2.5 if I want it to be 5. So I'm gonna mark that on here. And how long I'm going to have my straps, I'm gonna go for about 12 inches. Actually, let me go, here's 12, let me add like 3 more, so we'll do like 15 inches. And then you can see from there my bow is too big or too small, and decide if you want it bigger or smaller. Let me do this a little bit darker. So you can grab, we're gonna start straight first, so let me mark that. And then as we get here, I kind of want to encase it up. So my end of my bow ends up being like turned. So you can grab, or you can make it pointy and just go straight in. So it could be like, like a pointed bow, or you can kind of curve it in. It's up to you how you want that bow to look, what your tie to look at the end. If you want it curved or if you want it to be straight or whatever, that's up to you. And we're gonna go ahead and cut that out to create our pattern piece. So now if I open it, this is gonna be my pattern piece for my tie. Now if you want it to be skinnier, you can grab it skinnier. I like it longer. Or if you want to, you can do, when you go here, when you're making the tie, you can actually start earlier and start thinning out the tie. So it's kind of skinnier where you tie it and thicker up here at the waistline. So it goes kind of in, down. This is up to you. I'm just gonna leave it like this and see how it turns out, and then you can go and change it after that. So now I'm gonna cut out 4 of these because I'm gonna make 2 ties and I want them to be lined. So I'm gonna cut out 4 of these pattern pieces. All right, now that I've got my pattern pieces cut out, like I said, if you want to go in here earlier so they're thinner, they'll be thinner here, but I'm fine with them being like this. I'm going to try to see how it looks and then make up my mind after that. And they actually could be a little bit longer. We'll see how it works out. Like I said, this was 15 inches. So now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to sew them together, right sides together, because I want them to be lined. If you don't care about them being lined, like if your fabric is the same color on both sides or something like that, you don't have to line them. But I want them to be lined because like you see, my fabric is like lighter on one side and I just don't want to be able to see that when I'm tying it. So I'm going to line them. So I'm sewing them all the way around except for this bottom part, which is where I'm going to turn and attach. All right, up next, I want to figure out where exactly I want those ties to be, and I think I want them to be like right along my waistline. So you can go ahead and mark your pattern, your fabric, your dress, whatever you're making into that. Now, if you're making a pattern from beginning, like from the start, you can just mark your pattern as you're sewing it and do this first before you sew the sides. But because I have a dress that I have already sewn, you know, if you have a dress or even a t-shirt that's an oversized t-shirt and you want to add this to, you would just put it on, try it on, and see where the waistline hits and kind of mark that. You know, I'm putting a clip right here. Then I'm going to measure with my measuring tape from the armpit area to that line and do it the same exact place on the other side. That way they fit, that way they're even on both sides. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to seam rip just enough of the side seam to fit my pieces that I just created, and then sew them on together at the same time, sew the ties on at the same time that I sew my side seams back up, and then you have a tie knot. I mean a tie to tie a knot. So it's super simple. Let's finish up so you can see how cute this is going to be. I'm so excited. All right, I got my ties and I'm going to turn them right side out. I gotta go fix that one. I guess I didn't sew it correctly, but I'm gonna go fix that and turn it right side out. I'm gonna grab my bodice. It's inside out right now, and here's my clip that I marked. I'm gonna measure. That's from my armpit. Is down right at the above the 6-inch line. I'm gonna mark the same side, the same on the other side. Now I'm going to use a seam ripper and seam rip that area, and you can mark it. This is a water soluble pen. I'm gonna grab my tie and I'm gonna place it like right in the middle, right in between, and I'm gonna mark where I'm starting and where I'm finishing, so I know exactly what to remove. I'm gonna remove that right there, that section. All right, that's removed. I'm going to remove the other one. I'm going to show you how easy it is to remove that serger seam. So what I did on my other one to remove it is I went right for the line in the middle, which is, let me see if I can make more light. Okay. All right, so here there is a line right in the middle of straight stitch. There's the loopers that loop around the thread, and there's a straight line here, and there's another one in here. They're the threads. So I'm gonna go here at the end, and I'm going to clip it at the end. Got it right there. Clip it, and then I'm gonna clip the bottom one as well. Let's see, it's clipped. It's okay if you clip more than just it, but make sure that the thread is clipped. It's okay if you like clip the looper as well. All right, so it's clipped. As you can see, it's all empty there. Then I'm gonna go at the beginning and do the same thing. And you can go ahead and pull that one out first, or you can wait and do both at the same time, but I'm pulling that one out first, the top one. You just kind of let it come out. There it is. One is out. And then you're going to pull the other one, clip the other one out, and pull it. No, that was the wrong one. You can tell it's the wrong one because it starts, if it's the looper, it starts pushing the loopers in. So I clipped the wrong one, started pulling the wrong thing. Okay, there it is. Let's get it. All right, here it is. Looper goes up, this one goes straight, and that's the one you want to pull, the straight one. And you just pull it right out, and then look like magic, my loopers come right off. Look at that. So cool. And now I've got my gap open to insert my tie. All right, now I've got my gap here. I'm going to insert my tie right sides together, the right side of the ties touching the right side of my dress. And since both the ties are the same thing, you don't have to worry about which one goes on which side or anything like that. Now we're just gonna match up the side seams, the raw edges, and we're gonna sew it on as we sew those sides. And mine is poking out a little bit, but you can, you know, pull it all the way in. Or, you know, sometimes I like to leave a little bit poking out so that way I know I cut all of them, all the edges. But essentially you're just gonna sew it on right here. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. All right, now I'm gonna go to my sewing machine or my serger and sew that closed right there and tack on those ties. All right, friends, we are done and the ties turned out super cute. So it's great for just like tying in the front. You can do like a little loose tie or you can do like a double tie. Now, if this was shorter, it would be like a little bow here, but mine is a little bit long, so it just kind of hangs. The straps kind of hang a little bit and it looks adorable. So the inspiration I saw had the bow in the front, but if you'd rather it be in the back, you can also do that. You can tie it on the back and it'll be more of like a fitted dress look. And that also works. So it's like more of like a, you know, like it brings the waist in and it's more fitted. That personal preference, I like it in the front because I think it adds a little bit of detail. You comment below and let me know what you think. Which one do you like best? Do you like it in the front or the back? And then also, if you wanted this bow to be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, you can change that by changing the size of the pattern that you created. So you can do it wider, you can do it skinnier if you wanted it like just like a thin little band. You can do it shorter if you just wanted like a little piece hanging out and that's about it. So it's really nice because it's customizable of however you want to, and it was super easy to do. And this would be super cute too to do on a like a t-shirt, to make like a t-shirt dress. Like you buy a large t-shirt like extra large, like a few sizes larger than you wear, and then you can make the little ties and bring it in. You can do different color ties. It's kind of fun little project to do. Also, this is the free knit option of the adult PJ pattern. So if you wanted to make this dress, it's free. You can go grab it. I added a few inches and I elasticated the sleeve. But yeah, I think it turned out super cute. Please, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss any of our tutorials, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.